What is up, y'all? It's Mure here, back with another episode of the Mure Mind. Today's topics are as follows: double standard between men and women, spirituality, addictive personalities, heteronormacy versus social acceptance as it relates to kinks. Okay, let's start with the main one that I see all over social media nowadays: double standards between men and women. Now, I could go in various different ways, when you talk about double standards, but I'm going to start with body counts and how women are viewed versus how men are viewed when they have, the same number of body counts. Okay. So the argument most people are trying to use nowadays are it looks better on a man to have a high body count than it does on a woman to have a high body count, because it takes more for a man to be able to obtain new bodies when a woman can have sex with who she pleases. This is how I feel about that. Grow the fuck up. It's childish. To me, this is the only thing that matters. 1, are you clean? Body count has nothing to do with cleanliness. You can have one body, catch AIDS from that one fucking body and have AIDS for the rest of your life. Okay. 2, did you fuck any of my homies? That's it. It ain't the number, it's who you fucked. You can have 120 body shorty. I'm giving you the same chance as a girl who is a virgin. But if you fucked one of my homies, we will only ever be able to just have sex. Because for me, I cannot date someone who has slept with my homies. I can't. It's going to be a weird dynamic. I can't think of one of my friends having the same access to you as I have to you. And it's not going to work. And I'm sure many girls can agree too. If I'm out here and I'm fucking your homegirl, are you gonna date me? If you are, more power to you. I'm not that strong. No, I can't. But your body count don't matter to me. The people that shame girls for, and this is the thing, a lot of niggas want this super freaky porn star girl, but want her to be a virgin. I'm like, my nigga, where do you think she gets these talents from? It's from real life experience. She gotta suck a couple dicks to get good at it. I'm sorry. But the problem is, right, with a lot of dudes out here nowadays is we will have high body counts and niggas still won't know how to fuck, because look, it's the blame falls on both. All right, 1, it's on the dude because he's not taking the time to really learn the anatomy of a woman, and 2, it's on these girls that boost egos and lie to dudes, because if you're boosting the ego and you're lying to a dude, he's gonna think he's a porn star. And he's going to repeat this process with every woman he comes into contact with. And the issue is, if no one speaks up and is like, hey, bro, I didn't like that. You just fucking there for the next girl, okay? Don't be selfish. Just because it went bad for you don't mean it got to go bad for them. Another thing we can talk about in society, where as it, comes for double standards for men and women, is showing emotions. In society, I feel that it is way more accepted for a woman to be able to show emotions that would correlate with weakness, pain, and or sadness. And I feel like that is why there's so many men nowadays who are killing themselves and just feel like they have nothing more to live for, because if their whole life they've been told that to be a man is to not cry, to be a man is to be strong all the time. It takes a true strong person to be able to break down and cry. And you have to be able to break down and cry to get through these emotions. Otherwise, you're gonna build it up and build it up and build it up until one day you just fucking flash and you do something you can't undo. When I was growing up, I was told by both of my parents, and just like, Jordan, stop acting like a broad. We have one daughter. Man up. And the way that affected me growing up is now the only way I can cry is I have to be under the influence of something. And I don't do drugs and shit no more, so I'm not crying. It just builds up, so I have to do shit that I either have to get tattoos or just do really dangerous, life-threatening things to make me feel something, because I want to express a certain emotion that I was not taught to be able to, express as a child. For my dudes out there, understand you are not weak for crying. You're not weak for feeling sad. Those are normal human emotions. They are. They're normal human emotions, and you should not feel like any less of a man for showing those emotions. You shouldn't. Also, on the flip side for that, for women showing strength. Ladies, there is nothing wrong with you being a strong woman. Nothing at all. I know society wants to push this narrative that you have to be this small, submissive woman. You can be a strong woman. There is nothing wrong with that. I understand how they're pushing gender roles and how a man's supposed to be really strong and a woman's supposed to be submissive, but shorty, if you's a real ass nigga, like bro, if you strong like that, you strong like that. It's in you. It's in you. Don't fight that. You come from a different cloth. You different. And it ain't nothing wrong with being different. That's a needed survival tool. Strength is a needed survival tool. Sadness is also a needed survival tool. These are things that they serve as teachers. If you go through something and it makes you stronger, you know that in the future, anytime you have to deal with a situation like that, it will teach you a lesson and improve you. On the flip side, you go through a situation that makes you really sad, you know what to avoid in the future so you no longer have to feel these emotions. And that works for anger, it works for happiness. Everything in life, look, in life you either win or you learn. That's just how that's how I look at it. You win or you learn. And you don't learn shit from winning, okay? Next topic, spirituality. Okay. I am a spiritual person. I believe in the zodiac signs, how I believe in energies and stuff like that. I have sage, I have incense, like I do that to my house. But at the same time, you have to take everything you hear with a grain of salt. You have to. You have to. Be that religion, be that spirituality. Whatever you're going to use to go through life, you have to understand sometimes what you're hearing may not be the best possible information at hand. It may not be. There's, to not look, I know I talk a lot of shit on cancers, y'all. I know I talk a lot of shit on cancers. But the truth is, a girl's zodiac sign will not make me want to be with her more than her being, the type of person she is. The zodiac sign, I say this. Zodiac signs serve as more of a foundation than the entire house. You just kind of you can kind of create little stigmas and or bases off of certain type of people based off purely that zodiac sign. But most people don't even know their rising. They don't know their moon sign, and the rising and the moon is how you really react to difficulties in life. Like the date the month you're born. Like I'm a Pisces, right? But my moon is in Sagittarius, and my rising is in Aries. So it's like you have to take all, and then you have to go in your houses and then your Venus. There's a lot of things you really have to get into if you're really gonna get into spirituality. But you have to. This is what a lot of people have to understand. If you're going to get into spirituality, it is not this fun fantasy loving thing. It's really not. It's really not. Unlike religion, in spirituality, in true spirituality, there's no scapegoat for why shit went bad. You can't blame it on a certain entity. You can't blame it on I'm not talking about these fake, TikTok, social media spiritual. I'm talking about someone who truly is willing to follow the path of spirituality and really learn who they are. You have to do a lot of shadow work, and that shit is scary. It's scary to have to really look through your traumas and decode them to try to improve yourself as a person. It's a lot. I understand why a lot of people don't get into spirituality. Real spirituality. It's a lot. It's hard as fuck. When you have to look back at your darkest moments and try to find a lesson out of that moment, try to find how to better yourself while also living in that moment, this shit sucks. When you have people around you telling you fucking crazy because you see something in the corner of your eye that you saw and they're like, it was nothing there. You hear different voices. You feel energies. People have to understand, if you can feel energies, you can feel energies through a screen. You can feel energies through a text. You can feel energies. And when you can feel energies, it is a double-edged sword because yes, you know what to do and what to say to make someone feel good. But you can also be drained by the amount of people you bring around you. That's why I'm so selective on who the fuck I bring around me and why I don't like being around a lot of people, because I'm an empath. So when people get really down in their feelings and they get really emotional, I feel all of that tenfold. I feel it all, and I want to try to help people. I used to want to try to help and fix everything, but I had to understand I'm gonna fucking burn out doing that shit. I have to be able to, hey, I ain't got it today, man. I can't help you with this. You gotta deal with your own problems today. And it's hard, it's hard as fuck. When in your heart, you're like, I want to help these people. I want to be able to do this. But you have to be able to take a seat sometimes. Sit on the bench, be sidelined for a little bit. You have to be able to, because otherwise people will use your kindness like a battery, and eventually that battery is going to run out. And then you won't have any left for the actual good people in this world. You won't. See, a lot of people may see me as this player, this fuckboy, but the reality is I am just conserving my heart because I don't want it to be burnt out by the time I actually possibly find a future, soulmate. You have to be conservative with your energy, your time, your heart, your money. You have to be conservative with certain aspects of your life if you want those aspects to carry you to the future. You have to be. And I know it sounds harsh, I know it sounds blunt, I know it sounds selfish, but you have to worry about player number one first, because no one else will. No one else gives a fuck. Not really. No one else bro, this is what I say all the time. What they eat don't make you shit. And what that means is what they're going through in their life may not directly affect you. And if it does not directly affect you, sometimes you can't worry about what the fuck they're going through. You can't. You can't worry about they got the newest shoes. They got this girl. She got this dude. He got this dude. It don't matter what these other people have. You have to worry about what you have and how to preserve yourself and how to build upon the items that you have already, manifested for yourself. Also, manifestation is real, but manifestation is not an excuse to be fucking lazy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the universe will only do so much for you. It will only do so much. You have to put in the hard work, the time, and the labor if you really want to see results for any of your manifestations. Any of them. From love, money, health. If you want, look, I'm going to put it like this. The universe will give you opportunities to improve yourself. But if you don't take those opportunities, you are just shit out of luck. You're not going to be babied by the universe. Shit is not fair. If you will learn anything from these podcasts from me, you will understand shit is not fair. And it never will be. Now, hearing that, what's your next move? You going to crawl up under a rock and just accept defeat? Or you going to roll with the punches and adapt? You have to be able to adapt to any situation you get put in. Because you never fucking know who's gunning for you. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen in your family. It could be a freak accident, an illness, bad timing. Anything can happen, and you have to be able to adapt from that situation. Now, it's okay to stumble. It's even okay to fall, but it's never okay to stay down. That's just that. Never stay down. Okay. Now we can go into addictive personalities. Okay, me, myself, I have an addictive personality. What that means is, if I find pleasure in anything, my body and my mind will tell me that is a good thing for me, and I will overindulge in said substance. I have struggled with addiction of drugs. I also actively am, dealing with a sex addiction. It's hard. So for me, one with addictive personality, I know that if I'm going to be addicted to something, it should at least be something that's going to better me. So I do these podcasts, I work out, I try to, get money here and there, because if life is going to throw addictions at me, I'm going to pick and choose the ones that I choose to really hold on to. And also, if you have an addictive personality, you have to understand that you may be putting blinders on your own life and ignoring red flags left and right. I've seen this really in relationships. I know this person's not good for me. I know this decision I'm making is not good for me. But I'm so addicted to what I thought the person was. See, that's the thing. Many people nowadays get addicted to what the fuck they think a person is. You thought he was a great dude. You thought she was a really great woman. But you're not actively looking at what they're showing you. People, when they show you who they are, believe them the first time. Because people can only hold up an act for so long. I'm telling you, I give about 3 to 5 months. That's what it says. 3 to 5 months. Someone can put on an act on what they want you to believe they are before they start showing you who they are. When they show you who they are, believe them. Stop creating these false narratives in your head on who you think they should be or could be. Believe who they are in the moment, because I'm telling you, you will fuck around and waste your whole life on a person chasing a dream of who you think they can be. It's a sad case. It's fucked up. But we know life ain't fair. So we get through it. Next. Heteronormalcy versus social acceptance. Okay, let me just say this right now. Whoever the fuck you like to put your body against, do that. It ain't nothing wrong. As long as you are being safe and protected, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't let no religion, don't let no family member, don't let no friends, don't let no guilt stop you from being with who you want to be with. Because at the end of the day, if you unhappy, what the fuck is the point of living? If you can't find happiness in the little things, y'all, and accept you as you, what the fuck is that? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? Never live your life for another person. Ever. It's okay to experiment. Shit happens in life. I see this mainly with, there's a lot of dudes and they'll see trans women and they're like, oh, like, I'm not gay, I can't look. Bro, you are attracted to the feminine features of that woman. The feminine, I say all the time, y'all, I'm attracted to feminine energy. You're not gay. And if you are gay, what's wrong with that? Really ask yourself, what would really be wrong with it? You think it's a sin? I'm going to hell? All I can't do is Why the fuck would you want to go into a place where you're not accepted? That's what religion, spirituality. Why the fuck would you want to, if you think, there's an afterlife, why would you want to spend eternity in a place that you are not accepted? For what? Because you think you were told it's what is natural? It's the right thing to do? Y'all, if you don't allow yourself to explore and experiment, you will live a life full of regret. And eventually you will end up hurting people that were not meant to be hurt. There's dudes that get into 30-year plus marriages and are on the down low, which means that they're homosexual and they don't want people to know they're homosexual. So they married a woman, they got the woman pregnant, and she is falling in love with that man. But if you don't really love her, and it's the same thing for women. If you don't know if you like girls, what is the harm of trying it out? You can try it, don't like it, now you know. Get the answers for yourself, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta just try shit. You know what? That experience was not for me. But I'm grateful that I took the time to experiment and learn myself. Because what a lot of people understand is, if you really take the time to experiment and learn yourself, bro, like you will be a happier person on the other side. A much happier person. I've just seen it so much that people try to live their lives on what they feel is socially acceptable. Bro, if you're not happy with your life, why the fuck do you care if these people are happy with how you live your life? It's your life. You see the key word, your life? So that goes from what the fuck you want to wear, how the fuck you want to act. As long as you are not physically hurting another human being, live your fucking life. Do what you want to do. Fuck who you want to fuck, y'all. Just be safe out here because the STDs are real. But fuck who you want to fuck, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Experiment. Watch some new porn. Watch some new porn. And even if you do watch some extravagant ass porn right now, that don't even mean that may not even mean what you think it means. You could be attracted to the taboo of it all. That's it. There's nothing wrong with exploring and experimenting and living your life as long as you being safe and cautious with it. That's it. If you a girl out here and you know you like girls, or you might think you like girls, go fuck a girl. Go try it out. You might like eating pussy. If you a dude out here you think you gay, nigga, try it out. Bro, try it out, bro. Try it out. You don't like the shit. Though no one gotta know you did what you did, but you. And if they fucking do know, so what? You had the balls to experiment. That's just that. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of gay dudes that don't know they're gay yet. That live in denial on a daily basis that they are gay. There are gay men out here that will try to have sex with hundreds of women to try to fuck the gay out of themselves. And I'm telling y'all, that shit, it's not gonna work, buddy. It's not. I don't fuck how many girls you fuck. You know you don't like this shit. You do this because you feel like it's the right thing to do because someone told you it's the right thing to do, but you know you don't like this shit. So do what makes you happy, y'all. Do what the fuck makes you happy. If you were born one way and feel like you were really supposed to be born another, live that other way. There's nothing wrong. Like I said, y'all, if you ain't hurting, robbing, or sexually assaulting no other person, live your life. You only get one of them, y'all. You get one life, and a life lived with regret is not a life at all. Ain't that right, Sess? A life lived with, we're going to say it one more time before we end the podcast. A life lived with regret is not a life at all. I'm going to let y'all just let that simmer. Think about that shit. Peace.